Hey everyone, we're chatting with Toby Patton, who's behind the social media movement #FrunksUpForFires. Toby joins me right now. Hey Toby, thanks for joining us.
Hey, how you going?
Very well, thanks. Now we're hearing a lot about the damage caused by the Australian bushfires. We'll explore #FrunksUpForFires a bit later on, but for now let's talk about the fires themselves. Let's put this into context. I mean, how much of an area is affected compared to other fires we've seen around the world, like the Californian fires or the Amazonian fires?
Yeah, well, at the moment there's 4,900,000 hectares that are burned or still burning. So if we look at California, back in 2017, the California wildfires, they burnt 500,000 hectares. And then in 2018, they had another set of fires that burnt 730,000 hectares. So if we were to add both those years, you'd get 1,230,000 hectares. The New South Wales bushfires alone are 398% larger than the California bushfires. And remember, that's adding both years together just for New South Wales. There are other fires burning in Australia at the same time.
So we're talking 4 times the California fires over the last 2 years alone.
That's right, yeah. And then if we go and look at the Amazon fires, so the Amazon fires burnt 906,000 hectares. It's approximately 541% larger than the Amazon fires in just one of our states. Yeah, so 5.5 times larger in just New South Wales alone. Another way you could think of it is basically 37% of England is on fire.
Wow. See, when you put it that way, that really does put into context how big the fires are in Australia.
Definitely, yep.
And what kind of toll has that had on the Australian population so far?
So we've had 17 people killed, and they're mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers. They're loved by someone, missed dearly. We've had 1,687 homes lost, and 771 of those have been destroyed in just the last 9 days alone. Yep. So it's, when you think about it, every home, that's like one, and maybe in some cases 2 families that have been displaced. So 1,687 families have been displaced. It's quite a large number when you think about it.
Yeah, that's quite amazing statistics there. We're seeing a lot of pictures and videos on social media showing animals being affected by the fires. The most graphic ones being, I think, the koalas. That's made worldwide news. How many animals do you know have been hurt or killed by the fires so far? And what kind of concerns do we have if the fires do continue on at this rate?
Well, I did a little bit of research this morning just to update my statistics. Previously, I had that there was 500 million animals that had been either killed by the fires or euthanized by their owners, such as farmers, etc. This morning, I was actually shocked to find out that that's doubled. It's now 1 billion animals have perished or been euthanized. So I guess if you want to put that into perspective, there's 7.7 billion people, humans, on the planet at the moment. So basically, just under a seventh of humans have been killed. Yep.
Yeah, that's quite incredible, really. Short of humans and animal lives lost, what kind of economic impact are we seeing in Australia so far from the fires?
It's definitely set to exceed the Black Saturday impact of $4.4 billion. That was in 2009. The direct effect on local industries will further cripple after exposure to the drought that happened previously to the bushfires and probably help the bushfires. Well, definitely help the bushfires. Consumer prices are going to soar higher than they already are. You're looking at agricultural industries will be hit the hardest. Farmers are going to be finding themselves having to go further into debt, even though they were already massively in debt previously. Insurance companies, hopefully they pay up where they're required to, but premiums are going to go up to recover their costs. Productivity of companies doing interstate and international trade will tank, causing lost income. Employment loss, even just for the rural fire service volunteers on the front line that are fighting the fires. They've lost jobs. They've been promised $6,000 by the government, but I mean $6,000 to feed a family over 5 months. And keep in mind that some of these volunteers have been out there for 5 months fighting these fires. That's nothing. Like, they've still got to pay rent, they've still got to pay bills, they've now lost their jobs, they can't go back to them. And I mean, you can't expect the businesses that were employing them previously to go on hold while the firefighters are out fighting fires. Like, they still need to go on, they still need their business to run. Basically, it's a very hard predicament. I mean, either way, someone's going to lose out, and it's damaging Australia and small business everywhere.
Absolutely, and we certainly owe a great debt to the firefighters in Australia for doing what they're doing.
Oh, definitely, yep.
Which I guess brings me to hashtag Frunks Up for Fires, our fundraising movement, or rather the fundraising movement that you've been very kind enough to start up for this terrible loss of life and impact the fires have had in Australia. What is hashtag Frunks Up for Fires all about?
Well, as you know, I run the Australian Tesla Owners Facebook group page and Twitter account, and I'm an avid fan of everything that Tesla does. So for those that don't know, a frunk is the area under the bonnet in a Tesla where an engine would normally be. But because Teslas are electric vehicles, there's no need for a large engine there. So Tesla's replaced that area with a small storage compartment. When I heard and realised just how big the fires were in New South Wales, and after talking with other Tesla enthusiasts on Twitter, we all decided that we could use the Tesla's unique design of having a frunk to excite people into donating items such as toiletries, non-perishables, food items, clothes, kids' toys even, that could be given to charities to give on to those in need. And the idea is that we could park our cars somewhere where people can walk up, place the items into the frunk and fill it up, and then we can take those items to local charities such as, I don't know, Lifeline or Red Cross, even just local charities in the area. And then they could go and give those items to people that need them.
Why are you doing this, and what does this mean to you?
Well, Australia's my home, and I mean, it's your home, and it's the home of everyone else who's lost their homes. And people are suffering at the moment, and the people that are currently suffering would be the people that would be helping us if we were in that same situation. So I figured we may as well help them. Not just that, but I mean, the current climate crisis from global warming is at an unprecedented level, and all the smoke from the fires just exacerbating the situation. So, I mean, we all live under the same ozone layer, and if we don't stop the greenhouse gases and CO2 from being released from the bushfires, we're as good as dead.
No, there's certainly very good reasons there to do what you're doing, absolutely. How do we donate? Where do we go to help you out?
So you can go to the GoFundMe page. So it's www.gofundme.com/f/frunks up for fires, with the 4 being the number 4. So the money's going to the New South Wales Rural Fire Service. I don't see a dollar or a cent or anything of it. It just goes directly to them. And I'll send you the link so we can put it in the description down below. Absolutely.
We'll do that for sure. All right, Toby, well, thank you very much for all your efforts. As you said, I'll leave a link in the description below. If you feel compelled to donate this wonderful cause, please do so. Every single dollar counts, and it's very much appreciated. Thank you, Toby. Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much. And thanks for everything you've done.
My pleasure.